Our first guest of the night is a retired preschool teacher, a loving wife, a mother of 4, and a grandmother of 6. So she stays very, very busy. She is a true queen in absolutely every sense of the word. Her light, positivity, and kindness is infectious and shines on all of those that she encounters. She has style and absolutely endless grace, and I can tell you that. I have seen it. Her charm, even officer, was smart enough to not let her get away, and even after 38 years of marriage, he still says that she takes his breath away. She really is a queen, so I couldn't imagine a more fitting name for this radiant, incredible woman. Please welcome Queen and her husband, John Sandifer.
Good evening.
Hello.
Good evening. How you guys doing?
You know what? I always love it when guests come in with a round of applause for themselves. I love that. You are already celebrating this show.
We're glad to be here. We're glad to be here.
We are so glad to have you. And Queen, in 2009, you were diagnosed with ALS, and you have bulbar ALS, which tends to affect your vocal cords. So it strains your voice to talk a lot, and sometimes it is a little bit hard to understand you. So your amazing husband, John, has come on with you so that he can sort of be an extension of your beautiful voice. So yes, so we might not, John, you should get yourself in the picture. But even if we don't see you, John, we love you. We appreciate you being here. And we thank you for continuing to support Queen and being her voice.
She's more photogenic than I am.
I love it. A man that puts his woman in the spotlight. I love that. Well, speaking of love, actually, I want to dive right in with the love, because you hear me say it on the show all the time. I love love, and I love a great love story. And you two have a great love story. So how did you meet?
Okay. Well, actually, what happened was I was a Chicago police officer. And on the days that the crossing guards failed to show up, if that was on your beat, you would have to take that particular corner. And on this one particular day, well, she was on her way to school where she worked at, and wow, and I said, wow, that's all I could say was wow, you know, and I basically just followed her to school that day, and on subsequent days also, and I made it my business on the mornings that I could, even if I wasn't assigned to that corner, I would be at that corner.
My goodness, Queen, the power you have, girl. You just walked right up by and he just started following you. And here we are, 4 decades later, and he hasn't stopped.
That's correct.
You should bottle that power up, because I'd like to have some of that. I'd like to walk past Henry Cavill, or one of the Hemsworth brothers, and use some of that queen power on them. Oh, I love this. You two are just so beautiful, and I love that. It just took one glimpse, and he was yours forever.
Thank you.
It's amazing. And I get it, because Queen, you are absolutely beautiful. And not only are you beautiful, but girl, you are styled to the nine. And I have to tell you that before I met you, before we even got to talk, and we were talking about you, and the common theme I heard from everybody was how completely fabulous you are, that you are always just dressed to the nine, looking fantastic, styled from head to toe, that you show up to the group support, all the events, that you're sort of the highlight. People are just waiting to see what you come in, because they love your style so much. So I want to know, little Miss Fashionista over there, what do you love most about fashion, and who are your favorite designers?
Queen says, I love to dress up with beautiful colors, bling, pearls, jewelry, purses, shoes. My favorite designers are Coach, Chanel, Burberry, and Louis Vuitton.
Girl, this is why we get along so well. Oh, I love me a Chanel girl. Just classic lady all day, every day.
And na nona, nini, na nona,
Northern. I'm not.
no, nini.
You say her daughter helps her out.
Aw.
Her daughter provides her with a lot of designers, all of her designer clothes.
Oh, you had some good kids. you raised them right. I love that. Oh my God. Well, ironic, quick little side note. I just rescued 3 little baby puppies and I was finding them a foster home and I named them Lady, Coco, Chanel. One is Lady, one is Coco, one is Chanel. They were 3 fabulous ladies. So you know what? Us fabulous ladies stick together. I love this. So speaking of this, because you are so darn beautiful and trendy with your fashion, before we dive right into some of these heavier things, any fashion advice for other fellow fashionistas that are watching?
Queen says, you like it, buy it, dress up. You are beautiful. Feel good about yourself. God loves you.
Oh, couldn't have said it better, Queen. Absolutely. And I have to bust out a little secret here that was unveiled to me when we were talking on the phone. I hear you have your own personal stylist.
Yeah.
I think he's right next to you.
She says, I always shop for her.
It's true. Yeah. So John, tell us this, because when we were talking about this on the phone, you told me this, blew my mind. What do you do for Queen?
As far as what?
Everything.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. Well, I try to do the things she can't do. I just try that I try to do the things that she would normally do for herself. And as far
when
as
it comes to clothes, though, you told me
yeah,
that
comes to clothes. I go for some reason that I've always just like buying clothes, and I know her style. You know, I think if you just get something bright, flashy, she normally likes it. But there has been quite a few occasions where and she's not reluctant to tell you something she doesn't like, and I can tell right away when she doesn't like something. When she likes something, she gets very exuberant, and when she doesn't like it, she gets very quiet. So anytime I bring something home and she's quiet, I know I got to take that back.
You just know. I love this. Well, when we were talking on the phone, I'm like, Queen, you hit the jackpot, because it came out that John, even long before ALS, so basically the whole time you guys have been together, he's been buying your clothes. So he comes and he buys you all this stylish stuff. So he is your stylist. He is your caretaker. He does all the cooking. He is your private chef. Saying, I don't know where do you sign up to get you one of these, but I will be first on the list.
Well, my daughter has taken a lot of pressure off me here lately. So she does most of it now.
I love that. And I think all of the ladies that are watching this can agree with me. When we all find the man that we're gonna, stay with and marry for the rest of our lives, we're all sending them to the school of John. And you can train them on some fashion.
Sounds good. That sounds good.
Yes, you guys are so look at. I already know you're fantastic, but I love that the viewers are tuning in and seeing that also. We've got John and Queen are the most adorable couple. Just love them. Well, ditto.
Thank you.
Donna Clax. We love them too.
Thank you.
Well, now that I'm on this excited high from all this great fashion and all this,
okay.
let's, why we are here tonight. You were diagnosed, as we said, in 2009 with ALS, bulbar ALS, a diagnosis that nobody ever wants to hear. You and John were retired in Florida. You thought that was it. You're going to be living your life out in the sunshine and the beach. And life threw you this curveball. You came back to Illinois as the disease progressed. What is one of the biggest challenges in life after ALS? I know that's a big question. There's probably many, but what's one of them you want to share with us tonight?
Okay, Queen says, When she was diagnosed, one of her biggest challenges was losing her independence, losing the ability to drive, to speak clearly, and to do housework without losing her balance or falling down. She was a very, and still is, a very independent person. And that bothered her, although you would never know it, it did bother her. Yeah.
Well, even just talking about the things that you have lost and sort of continue to lose, because as we know, ALS continues to take mobility, take things away from you. So in all of that, though, what I found so beautiful when we talked, John, was you had said that you feel blessed. And so
Yes.
with a diagnosis like ALS, where you know what's coming, you know that there's no cure, and you're seeing it firsthand, what Queen is going through, why do you feel blessed?
Well, first of all, when the diagnosis came, and you have to consider also that we had been going back and forth with the doctors, and Florida really doesn't have the resources that we have here, and consequently, it was a long time before they even made the diagnosis because the problem started off in a voice area, and we just thought she was losing her voice, something like that. And then when the diagnosis came with ALS, I knew about Lou Gehrig and Lou Gehrig's story, but I never knew anyone with ALS. I knew we didn't know anything about the ALS. So we started doing some research and looking up on it. And my first inclination, to be honest with you, I just got very scared. And after I found out what it was, and it was a terminal illness, my first thing I thought was, why her? And I have to be very honest with you. Queen at no time did she hang her head. Did she ever say, why me? She just, she just accepted it and handed over to the Lord. And I said myself personally, I said, why her? But she never did it. We're blessed to have had the time. We are blessed that she's doing so well. And we're blessed that the progression is so slowly. And we're blessed to have the support system of the family, the church, and the ALS Association, and blessed that she's still doing so well, and blessed that, above all, we're blessed by the grace of God that she's still here. That's why we're blessed.
I love that. And as you said, she is defying a lot of odds because now it got me a little choked up a little bit because we know that ALS has usually a life expectancy of 3 to 5 years. And here you are, Queen, you were diagnosed in 2009 and you're still here, you're still fighting. So you do have grace and you have all those things in your corner. And I love that, John, that you even made the point, because I can't imagine walking in your shoes, Queen, having something like this brought into my life. And as John said, you never faltered. You always stayed positive. You always had your faith. You always held your head high and never asked why you. How in the world, through all of this, have you been able to keep that mindset, that positivity, and that inspiration?
How has she been able to do it?
Yeah, how?
Okay. She says, I tell myself, I am not a victim. I am a victor. Victory is mine. My faith in God and his grace and mercy is with me. I trust and believe he will get me through, just like he said in his word. Mm-hmm. I thank him every day for keeping me alive. I am an overcomer, holding on to Jesus' hand, my life for God's glory. Mm-hmm. That is her.
Yeah.
That's not just words. That's just her.
Oh, I feel like we just end it now. There's nothing can top that. I mean, Queen, I think that is the quote of the century right now. It's true. You are an absolute victor. There's not an ounce of you that is letting this get the better of you in any way, shape, or form. Gemma's watching. Gemma is cheering you guys on. You look amazing as always.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Queen, I admire you so much. Like I said, this is so heavy. This is so hard. And I cannot even imagine for a second going through what you're going through. But to have this mindset, to have this attitude, you are an absolute inspiration. And I hope everyone can feel that, because I can feel it even just shining through this. So you're incredible. Well, just all of these things that you're dealing with, what would you say is maybe the hardest part of battling ALS? And then, despite how hard it is, a lot of great things come out of this. So what would you say is also the most rewarding in this battle with ALS?
Queen says one of the hardest is limited mobility, weakening muscles, rewarding so much love and support from my family, friends, and church. It is a blessing, makes life more easy to try on. I said, watching her trying to communicate with people, seeing her not get discouraged or frustrated when there's something she can't do or say.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Any rewarding moments? I mean, this has brought a lot of change in your life, and a lot of good has come out of this, right? So what are some of the rewarding or positive
Just the
things that have
rewarding
come
one
out
is so
of
much,
this new
the
journey you're on
rewarding
in
one
your
is so much
life?
love and support from family, from friends, from churches. That's rewarding more. And the support that you get, we get so much support from our family, and we always know that they're always going to be there regardless. And no one looks down on her or pities her. They just support her and just loves her, and that's what's so rewarding. And they always include her of every. She goes more than me. She's going somewhere all the time. Every other day is I'm going this year. I'm going over Mimi's house. I'm going here. She's always. I am the homebody. I'm the homebody.
Well, of course, John. She's looking fantastic 24/7. She's got to be out in the world to show that off. I mean, come on. She's that. I can tell you right now, Queen, that necklace is not meant to stay at home. That necklace isn't meant to be out in the world. I just love your guys' energy. So, yeah.
She said I'm her chauffeur.
Oh, we're adding that to the list. So you are the caregiver, the stylist, the cook, right. And the chauffeur.
Not a chauffeur, right? Exactly.
And the chauffeur, and the cheerleader in her corner cheering her on. So again, I make the claim. Where do we find us one of those? That's what we all want to know. Please, girl, hats off to you, because you did it. You did it. Well, speaking of your fabulous husband / all the things, the chauffeur, cook, stylist, all of the things, we have always said it on this show that ALS doesn't just affect you, Queen, doesn't just affect the person that is battling it. This is felt by the whole community, by your family, by your loved ones. They're all in this with you. So, John, what is it like to now not only, be the husband, but now to step into that role of being a caregiver, a chauffeur, a cook, of all of those things?
Rewarding. I'm glad to be able to help her, because I know if she could, she would do it herself. And if the situation was reversed, she would do that and more. That's just the kind of person that she is. She inspires you. She makes you want to help her just by the way she is, by the person that she is. And that's what I get my reward. Just being able to being able to be here for her and to help her and to love her.
And seeing that beautiful smile. Gosh. I mean, I meant every word in that intro when I said it, Queen. You just have this light about you that just makes everybody happier and smile bigger, and you just have that effect on people. And John, I see how you get to be surrounded by that every day. It's
Yeah.
so beautiful.
Exactly.
And you brought up how inspiring she is. How does she inspire you?
By never
I
giving
know,
up.
big.
By never giving up. By never giving up. By never complaining. By never feeling sorry for herself, and just being her own positive self. That's how she inspires me.
Queen, you are a queen. You are a queen. Well, we also talked a little bit earlier. You guys brought up what a great support system and how blessed you are to have all of that. So, speaking of great support systems, what has the ALS Association meant to you and to your family and to this journey that you've been on?
The ALS Association means so much to us. She says, I have everything I need to manage a normal life living with ALS. Good doctors. I have breathing machines, motorized chairs, homemaker, leg braces, therapists. We have everything we need. We have had occasions when ALS we've had to loan, had our wheelchair had broken down. We had borrowed for a time a wheelchair. They've loaned us ramps. They basically have been there for us. Whenever we needed, they've helped us out with it.
I love that. And you even threw out a lot of the services that they provide, which I love that you guys can attest firsthand to. We just closed this matching campaign when we got to announce that we've matched and raised $100,000, and you guys are the direct sort of beneficiaries of where this money goes, and being able to supply all of those things to you for free, to be able to give you all of these services and help you for free. So it's beautiful to hear from you what that means from you.
Right.
So I love that.
Well, your question was, what does it mean to us, the ALS situation? Well, the services just.
Just what has all of that? Yeah, what has all that meant to you? That was
all
just a side note.
we didn't have to worry. We didn't have to worry about it. We found comfort in the fact that if we ever needed anything, the ALS Association was there, and it wasn't just lip service. I mean, they have provided. They acted on it. They said they would be there, and when we went to them, they were there, and we also know that by virtue of the fact that they were there in the past, they will be there in the future.
That's awesome. Well, I want to dive into walk real quick before we let you guys go, because this has been so exciting. We've kicked off the Walk to Defeat ALS season. We just had a walk over the weekend, our Chicago walk, and you guys had a team there, very own Queen's Bee walk team. So tell us about the walk. How did it go?
First of all, I want to go back to the name Queen Bee. The name came about because of her name, first and foremost. Queen, it means royalty. So my daughter immediately thought about bees that are working for the queen. So there was Queen Bee. Meaning we all work for support of our queen. Hence the gold and black colors, which are our team colors. The walk was great. Weather was great. To be back after 2 years. COVID being in the background, a 2-mile walk. We were excited to be out again. It was just great to see the camaraderie. It was great to get together and join other people and feel the good positive energy that was there on Saturday.
Aww, I just love you guys so much. Queen's Bees. And you know what? If you guys have fallen in love as much as I have, you can join Queen's team. You can be one of the Queen's Bees out there supporting this beautiful woman. All the information's up in the comment section. You sure can't. Oh.
I'm sorry, what was the question?
The cops are coming for you. They're coming for you. No, I'm just letting everybody know that's watching. If you guys are interested, if you don't want to start your own walk team, and if you are so inspired to do so, you can be one of Queen's bees, and you can join and you can walk in support of her and all of those battling ALS. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say you guys are walk veterans because you have been doing this for 12 years. You've done walks for 2 years when you were living in Florida, 10 years back here in Illinois. That is a lot of walk seasons. That is a lot of bees hustling for their queen. What was it like for you guys, since you've seen this evolve throughout the years? What was sort of the first walk like, if you can remember, 12 years ago, sort of compared to what just happened last weekend?
Well, the first walk, of course, was in Florida, and it was new to us, and it wasn't very long, and it wasn't a lot of people there, but it was a lot of support. And then our second walk was also in Florida, and each year it got busy. But the main thing was the support that the people and the encouragement that it gave us, and we just went, and they encouraged us, and everybody was trying to do their part and put forth the effort. And we just learned that over the years to be persistent, and let people know how, and let folks know that we know how important the effort is in finding a cure. We're just not out there walking. We're out there walking, and we're out there trying to raise funds to try, and the end result is the main purpose is trying to find a cure. And we found, and what we've really found over the years is, as the years have progressed, is, I think initially we call someone up, and if they say, okay, we're going to donate, and if they didn't donate, we just didn't bother anymore. Now we got very good at calling them back the second time or third time, and it just and just make what we call friendly reminders. We're very good at getting friendly reminders. So that's what we do now. So we
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that wording, friendly reminders.
Right.
No one is being forgotten.
Right. All right.
Oh, I love that. Well, speaking of longevity, and like you guys are committed, it has been 12 years of incredible walks with Queen's Bees, and your love story is so beautiful. So I want to know any words of advice to anybody that's watching, how you guys have managed to stay so in love, be so darn adorable, keep such a strong marriage after almost 4 decades together, and all the things life keeps throwing at you. What's the secret?
Queen says, communicate, compromise, maintain your identity, learn to listen, be honest, honor vows and commitment, don't go to bed angry, forgive, keep God in your life, let the wife be right all the time, LOL, don't leave, just stay. I said.
Oh, Queen, I love it. Just let the woman be right and all the problems are solved.
I said, realize that God made you both different. Consequently, you have different ways. You look at things differently. So reach a medium and don't leave. When you live, but I have to put on this, when you live with such a positive person like Queen, it's hard to be negative, although I still am sometimes. She just inspires me. She's actually the wind beneath my wings. The best thing that ever happened to me, other than the Lord.
There's so much of this happening right now. I could just tell you. I love people chiming in. Someone else agreed. Yep, she's always right. You just let the ladies in your life be right. Everything works itself out. But John, I love that, and I love it even more because I know, as you said, you're not just saying it. You're not saying these things to say them. You just, and I feel it with every fiber of your being. She really is
For sure.
wings beneath your. I mean, yeah, it sounds corny, but no, you two
Yeah, it
just
is.
have
It
this
is. It's the
beautiful
truth.
love.
It's the truth. Yeah. You can't help but be inspired by her. I mean, just to be in a presence. You know, like I like to say, the Lord did not throw away the mold when He made her. He just didn't make a lot like her.
Oh.
John, I feel like you should be writing some cards. You should have your own line of greeting cards that the rest of us can give to each other. Gemma chiming in with such a lovely couple. Thanks for sharing
Thank
your
you.
love story.
Yeah,
It is-
Thank you so
you
much.
guys, thank you for sharing your love story. Thank you for Queen. Thank you for just sharing your warmth and your inspiration. And you are fighting this with such incredible, serious, just
Yes.
hope and grace and presence and all of that. And I'm so happy that you two are part of the Sunflower Hour family now. And
Thanks for asking us.
you're stuck with us.
All right. Thank you. All right. Thank you. All right. Have a good night. All right.
You too. Have a great night, guys.
Bye-bye.